Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunny Savita, and I'm back with another exciting and important video. So, guys, in this particular video, we're gonna discuss about supervised multi-agentic system. We'll see the complete implementation of the supervised multi-agentic system in LangGraph, and step by step, one by one, we'll try to decode each and everything. So, guys, as you know, I started with this end-to-end LangGraph course where I uploaded around 20 video with respect to the LangGraph agents and all. I started from very basic. Here you can see the complete syllabus. So inside the first slide, there is a complete basics where I use the LangGraph and the langchain to explain you about the tools, agents, and all everything. Then I explain about the LangGraph, what it is. I coded the LangGraph from scratch, and I explain you each and every concept of the LangGraph, like node edges, state visualization, streaming, checkpointing, breakpointing, everything. Now, guys, after that, we discuss about the different agentic pattern. We have seen how we can generate a structure output. We have seen how we can create a chatbot using the LangGraph. Okay, and I showed you the React agent and the different RAG based agent like corrective RAG, agentic RAG, self RAG, and all. Now we are into the multi-agent system where I already uploaded one video with respect to the collaborative agent. Now this is second video where I will teach you the supervised agent and we'll see the implementation of it. Now, if you don't know about my YouTube channel, guys, so you can search over the YouTube Sunny Savita. You will get my YouTube channel. Just go inside the playlist section. You will find out a different playlist. So, according to your requirement, you can start with any of them. I would suggest this two playlists. First is this agents, LangGraph agent, and the second is the RAG. Okay, there I explain you the RAG from very scratch. And say here I uploaded around 43 videos, and in agents I uploaded around 20 videos. So this two playlist will help you a lot to develop any sort of a agent AI application. Now guys, let's come to the code. Let's start with the coding and all without a further delay. So here guys, I am going to write my code in the VS Code itself. So let me open my VS Code. So I'm maintaining my entire code base over here, and the same code base is available over my GitHub as well. So if you will go and check with my GitHub here, guys, see, this is the complete code which I will provide you in the description of the video. Even you can download this particular material from the previous video description as well. Okay, I given you this entire material. Now let's try to start with the supervised agent, and let's see what it is, and let's try to understand the complete meaning of it. Okay, so here guys, you can see I already written couple of codes. So this is my file. My file name is supervise underscore agent, okay, which is available inside this multi-agentic system. Here you can see. So inside this file I imported couple of module. So I imported this annotated literal. Okay, this annotated just to explain the description of the given variable and all. Literal basically it is for the type hinting. Okay, we can give the hint with respect to any sort of a variable, it belong to which function or which data type and all. Then we have this tool, tably search. Okay, and this Python REPL. So we are going to use this two tool, guys. Let me. Okay, so two tool we are going to use. Okay, Python REPL and which one? This tably search. I will let you know why we are going to do that, why we are using it. Everything will be clear to all of you. So yeah, apart from that, we have some classes and all from the LangGraph itself. So from langgraph.graph, I'm going to import this message state and state graph start. Okay, this is important to create a LangGraph orchestration, LangGraph flow. Now there is one more module, that is command. Okay, this is very much important because using this particular functionality only we are passing command from one agent to the another agent. Then we have human message, just to pass the input as a human, as a user to the LLM. And then we have an inbuilt React agent. So every node basically is going to be an agent. Okay, so I will be initializing that particular agent using this create React agent. It's an inbuilt class inside the LangGraph, or else we can create it from scratch as well. This create this React agent I already shown you in my previous videos. You can go and check over there, right? Now let me execute it and see this is working fine. So before like coming to the main code, let me set my each and everything like tools, model and all. Then I will come to the main logic. So here guys, I'm going to be load my environment variable. So this environment variable I set inside this .env file. If you don't know about this .env file and all, you can go and check with my previous videos. There I already discussed each and everything regarding this .env file and all. Okay, so easily you can understand this particular concept. Now I'm just going to be load my environment variable using this load underscore .env. So whatever variable I kept inside my .env file, I will be able to load all those all those value as an environment variable. Okay, and then I can utilize those particular value throughout my implementation. Now here what I'm doing, guys, here I'm going to load the model. So which model I'm going to use here? So I'm going to use the model from the from the grok, and the model name is going to be DeepSeek. Okay, so here is my model, guys. See, I kept the API key over here because just now I generated before this tutorial. Okay, before start recording and all. So directly I kept it over here. But don't worry, after the session I will delete it. Right. So I have this grok model. Now whenever I'm invoking this grok model, so it is generating an output. So let me show you how the output looks like. Okay. So here I'm going to call this invoke. Let me pass my message. So this is my message, guys, and let's see what it's going to be generated. So see, this is my message, and here you will find out the message. Okay, so inside the message actually it is appending this think tag also. So first it is thinking about the given first it is thinking about the given input, and then only it is generating a final output. So if you don't want this think, okay, in that case what you can do, uh you can parse it. So here I'm using a regular expression for parsing this think and all, and I just want to get this particular output, this hello, how I can assist you, means my final output. So this is my function which I'm using to parse the output. Okay, so let me keep it over here, this clean text. It's a simple regular expression, right? So whenever I will be getting any sort of output from my grok model, so instead of showing directly, first I will pass to this clean text. Let me show you how. So here I'm giving a message to my model, hi. Then whatever response is being generated, let's say here is a response dot content. Let me show you over here this response dot content and see what you get. So see, it is giving me this message, right, along with this thing tag and all. So let's try to remove that. Let's try to clean the text. So here I'm going to call this clean text, and see, I'm just getting this message. So whatever message, whatever response you will pass, it will clean the text, means it is going to remove this think tag. Okay, this particular tag from the response. I hope this is clear. Now here I imported two tools. So first tool is a tably search, right? This tably, basically it is going to be fetch the data from the internet, right? So whatever a question I will ask to my tably search, so it is going to be generate an answer. So let me execute it and see. Here it is going to be generate an answer, right? So it is going to be fetch the entire data from where, from the internet itself. Now I have one more tool, guys. The tool name is Python REPL. Okay, so whatever code we pass to this Python REPL, it can execute that particular code and can generate a response of it. So let's say this is my code which I capped in a triple quote. So whenever we pass any input to the REPL, so we always pass in the form of string, right? So let me execute it, and here this is the object of the Python REPL, and here you can see I'm going to be run it. So see, here is the output of what? Output of this particular code. Got it? Now guys, see, this Python REPL is not available as a tool, right? So this is available as a simple function. It's simple class itself. So where it is available? It is available inside this langchain experimental utility. Okay, inside this particular module. But I want to use this Python REPL as a tool. So what I will do, I will create one custom function. Okay, this Python REPL tool. Okay, and I will use this tool decorator over here. And here, what I will be passing, I will be passing my code. Okay, here this annotated is nothing. It's just a description of the given code. Means how my code will look like. Okay, so it will be a str, and this is the description of the code, right? Now this is my doc string, and here you can see I'm going to run this Python REPL. Okay, this one. So as you can see, guys, what we have this REPL. Okay, I'm going to be execute this REPL.run. So whatever code I'm getting over here inside this particular function, okay, which I'm using as a tool, so that like this code, basically it will come to the REPL and it is going to be generate a result, right? And that result I'm going to be written over here. That's it. Now I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Now whenever we are going to be written from here, guys, so please make sure to return everything in a markdown format. Okay, why? Let me show you that. So let's say we have a tool over here, and we are invoking this particular tool. See, before it was a normal class. This was the normal class and we were calling this run method on top of it. Now it become tool, means I created a custom function and this particular functionality I kept inside this particular tool, right? Now I can call the invoke on top of it. Invoke on what? Invoke on top of this particular function, and whatever will pass directly, it will come to the REPL only. So let me execute it, and here you can see we are getting this particular response. Now if you want to structure this response, you want that okay, it should come line by line in a proper way. Okay, so what you can do, guys, you can mention this return statement as a uh, like a markdown, right? So let me mention over here in that case, so then only you will be able to understand a clear cut way what I'm saying. So here, see guys, so what I'm doing now, let me execute it and see. Now see the response. See, it is coming in a proper way, right, in a structure form. So now I can keep this particular output anywhere. Okay, if I want to keep it inside the git or anywhere, okay, I want to be represent, I want to be render, I can do it, right? It is in a more structured way. I hope this thing is clear. So this thing, this entire thing, basically I took from the previous code itself, from the collaborative agent only. Now, guys, let's do one thing. Let's try to understand the idea behind the supervisor agent, and let's see how we can code the main functionality of the supervisor agent. Okay, guys. So first, let's understand the theoretical meaning of this supervisor agent, and then we'll implement that. Okay, so that you will be getting a clear-cut understanding. So over the blackboard itself, let me explain the complete agenda behind this supervisor agent and all. So what happened, guys? See, whenever we pass any sort of an input, let's say I have my input. Okay, now this particular input I'm gonna pass where this particular input I'm gonna pass to the agent. Okay, so here I can take a different color. Let's say this is my agent. So this particular agent, you can say it is a supervisor agent. Okay, so let me mention over here. This is nothing. This is my supervisor agent. Now what this supervisor agent does, so based on the given instruction, okay, based on this input and instruction, it try to understand about the task, right? What task needs to be performed. So based on the understanding what it does, it delegate the task. Delegate means what? Delegate means just to pass the task, okay, appropriate task to the appropriate agent, right? So let's say whatever input it is getting, so it is trying to understand this particular input based on the given instruction and all, and it's trying to delegate the task. Okay, again I'm saying what is the meaning of the delegating. Delegating means assign the task to the appropriate agent. Okay, I will explain you with a couple of more examples, then the thing will be more clear. So here let's say multiple agent is connected, there could be n number of agent. Okay, so there could be, guys, n number of agent which could be connected. Let me write over here. So here is what? Here is my agent 1. Agent 1. Now here is my agent 2. Okay. Now here is my agent 3. And this could be up to agent n. Right? So see, guys, it's very easy to understand the supervisor agent. Now whatever input is coming, this input is being passed to the supervisor agent. Now here, based on the given instruction, is trying to understand about the task. Okay, and it is delegating a task, right? So if the task is appropriate to the agent 1, it is passing to them. Then agent 1, okay, see guys, here every node actually it is representing to the agent. If I'm saying this agent 1, agent 2, agent 3, agent 4, it's a separate agent. Separate agent means what? Separate agent means it is having access of the LLM as well as the tools, right? This agent also having access of their LLM and tools. This agent also having access of their LLM and tools. Similar to this also. Okay. Even the supervisor agent is also having their LLM and their respective tools. Whatever tools and all needs to be called. This is nothing. This is tools. Okay. Tools. Tools means what? Tools means functionality. Getting my point? Now what? See, let's say any question came to the supervisor agent. First, it will think about it and then it will assign the task, let's say, to this agent 1. Okay. Now, task came to the agent 1 and whatever output is being generated, again, what it will do, again, it will communicate to the supervisor agent. Now, again, supervisor agent will understand, right? What is correct? This output is correct or not based on their instruction and the capability, right? If the answer is not correct, something more is required, let's say something more is required from agent 2, so it will pass the cursor, it will pass the command to this agent 2. Okay, now it will generate output. Then again the output will go back to the supervisor agent, and now it will think again, okay, whether it is correct or not. Now let's say this time the condition is going to be match. Okay, the output is fine, the output is the reliable. In that case, what it will do, it will take a decision to generate the output. And means what? And means generate the output. Okay, so wherever you are finding out this and note, here you can see, I think it is not hiding behind my camera. So here you can see and. So and means what? Finally it is going to be generate output. So let me give you a couple of more example. With that your understanding will be more clear, right? So the fresh page I can explain you. So let's say guys, I'm passing an input. Okay, this input could be anything. This input I'm passing to the supervisor agent. Okay, supervisor agent. Now I pass the input to the supervisor agent. Now here to the supervisor agent, some other agent is connected. Let's say the one agent is the what I can write here, traveler agent, traveler, Lar, right? Traveler agent. And here, let's say the next agent which is connected to the supervisor agent, that is hotel agent, okay, or hotel advisor agent. So this is traveler advisor agent, okay, and here hotel advisor agent, right? Let's say question came to this agent, supervisor agent. I'm asking about what? I'm asking about the eternity, right? What will be the best eternity in the specific location? So what it will do? So the supervisor agent, it will pass this particular question to the traveler agent. It will think, okay, about the eternity and all everything, and then again it will pass to the supervisor agent, and then the supervisor agent finally will generate the output. Okay. Now let's say I'm passing a question. In the question, along with the eternity, I have passed about the hotel as well. That okay, I want the eternity of the particular city as well as the appropriate hotel, right? So what it will do, first it will pass a cursor command to the traveler agent. Okay, then whatever output is being generated from here, means it will take output. Okay, and then again it will pass to the hotel advisory agent. So this hotel advisory agent, what it will do, it will try to find out the best appropriate hotel, and then finally it will go back to the cursor to the supervisor agent, and then only it is going to generate a final output. So I will be generating a, so this supervisor agent will be generating a final output, and I'll be getting my final output over here. Understood? Now in our case, in my case, what we are going to build, let me show you that as well. So in our case guys, we are having two agents. Okay, so let's say input is coming, and with respect to this particular input, what we want output, correct? Now in between actually we'll be having agents. So I have input. So this input is going to the supervisor agent. Let me write over here, supervisor agent. Okay, then what will happen guys? So the supervisor agent will take a decision where I need to route. So here I have created two agents. The first agent is going to be a researcher agent. Okay, researcher agent. Now this researcher agent will do the research from the internet. I have configured one tool, not Tableau tool, right? So this Tableau tool will configure the Tableau tool. Basically it will fetch the data and all from the internet and all, and it is responsible for the research. Now whatever research it will get, okay, so based on the question, then again it will pass to where? Again it will pass to the supervisor agent, and then supervisor agent will generate a answer. Okay, and now I'm not only having one agent, I will be having two agent guys, right? So let me define one more agent. So here I will be connected one more agent. So my next agent name is going to be Python code or coder, right? So this whatever like research I'll be getting based on the question and all that, this is going to be code. Okay, this you can think this is nothing, this is my analyst agent, coder agent, right? So let's say I ask about the GDP, where I'm asking guys, here I'm asking. So what the supervisor agent will do, it is not going to be pass this task to the coder. Okay, what it will do, it will pass to the researcher agent. Then it's time to fetch a GDP of the specific city, and then it is passing to the supervisor agent. Then what it will do, if some other instruction is adding over there, let's say in the question I have some other instruction, okay, with respect to the GDP, can you plot a chart or something, right? So what it will do, now researcher agent cannot do anything, so it will pass the cursor again to the coder agent. This coder agent, it will code everything, okay, whatever it is getting in terms of data and all, and then it will generating a chart and again passing the cursor to the supervisor agent. Now what the supervisor agent will do, okay, now it is satisfied with the answer because it got the GTP along with the chart as well, right? Then finally it's going to be end the process. So here we will be having this end node, and finally we are going to end our process over here. So this is a simple like way to develop the supervisor agent. So if someone is going to ask you what is the supervisor agent, you can clearly explain them. The supervisor agent is nothing where one agent will be a supervisor, which is monitoring each and everything, whatever input and all it's coming. Now based on that particular input, it's going to be delegating the task to the appropriate agent. That's it. Okay. Now whatever I have explained you over here, now let's try to understand those specific thing using the code, right? How we can implement the code using. Okay, guys, so let's start writing a further code. Here again, I have opened my VS Code. So first, guys, let me define the member. How many members we have? So I have two members. Okay. So the first member is a researcher. We write over here, researcher. Okay. And the next member is going to be coder, right? This two, I have this two agent, right? Then guys, I can keep one more thing over here. Let's say here I have a members, right? members. What we have, guys? Tell me. Okay, or let me write like this. Let's say we have a members plus. Okay, to this members, actually, I'm going to be add one more thing, one more term. This is finish. Finish means what? End, right? So how it will look like? So it will look like this. Now what I can do, I can basically keep this entire thing inside where? Inside the variable. So my variable name is going to be options. I have all these options, right? I think you got it. So if I'm going to print the options, I would be having three values over here. So I have researcher, coder, and finisher. Okay. Now a couple of more things would be required. So the first thing would be router. So let me define the router over here. router. Okay. Now to this router, actually, I am passing this type dict. Type dict basically, what's the meaning of this type dict? Type dict means whatever variable I'm going to define inside this router. Okay, the type of that particular variable will be dictionary, right? Now what I can do here, I can basically write next, right? This next is having three options. Okay, so this next is having three options. Now how to highlight those three options? So I can highlight using the literal, right? Literal, basically literal, what it does, it is for the type intake, right? What will be the type of this next and all. So here I have this literal, and what are type we were having, guys? Tell me. We are having this three types, so I can keep this type over here directly. We have this three type. Okay, next this cursor is either is going to move to the researcher, coder, or finally it's going to be end the process, right? And here type dict means what? So I can define this particular variable as a key and value pair, means I this as a key, and we will be having appropriate value of it. Okay, appropriate value of this next. Got it? Now I think this is clear. Now we required couple of more things. So here I can write the comment or a doc string with respect to this particular router. So see, worker to route to next. If no worker needed, then a route to finish. Okay, as simple as that. Now what is required, guys, after this one? So after this one more thing is required. That's going to be a state. Okay, state means how the input is going to be flow to the different node. So let me write over here a state, and again see the type of this particular state, it would be a message state. I can write type dict also, but this is the inbuilt class of the is the inbuilt class inside the langgraph. So I'm going to use this one, and the meaning would be same, means here whatever variable I'm going to be defined, me I can use it as a key and value pair, means I will be having this variable, I can write the corresponding value of that particular variable, okay, based on the like type, right? Whatever type of that variable would be. So let's say if I'm going to write message colon str, so I can put only str value with respect to that message. Now if I'm writing message colon list, so I can put list value only with respect to that message, right? Is the simple meaning of the state. I think I already explained you many times. So here I'm going to write next, and the type of the next would be str. As simple as that, guys. So this is what, this is my state. Now a couple of more things is required. So here, guys, I'm going to be write one more thing, system prompt. Okay, so let me write system prompt over here, and how the system prompt look like. Let me give you the code for it. So here, guys, I have a code for the system prompt. You can read this particular prompt. See, what I have written. You are a supervisor task. Okay, you are a supervisor. Okay, just put the comma after this. Task, you are a supervisor. Task with managing a conversation between the following worker. You are passing a members. Okay, the name of members, right? This one, researcher or coder. Okay, so given the following user request, whatever input you are getting, respond with the worker to act. Okay, means where you need to route, your cursor. Okay, whether to researcher or coder. Now, here is what here is worker will be perform as a task and respond with their result and status. Means every worker is there, like every worker is working in their own way. It is a separate agent. Whenever task is going to be finished, okay, then respond with the finish. That's it, guys. So this is my system prompt. Now let me execute it, and I think everything is fine so far. So we didn't do something. We just have loaded the model. We defined the tool. Okay, let me give you the quick recap. So here we have input the statement, we loaded the environment variable. Here we have loaded a model. Then we have a tools over here. Apart from the tools, see we have a members, routers, and system prompt. Okay. Now we have to write a main functionality. So at the first place, guys, what we have to do? We have to define our supervisor agent. Okay. So let me create one function. My function name is going to be dev supervisor vi SOR underscore agent, right? Or instead of that, let me write supervisor node. Now here, I will pass the state, and the type of the state would be this state. Got it? Now let me write pass over here. I hope this is perfect. Now I have one more agent. So my next agent is going to be research node. Okay, here also I'm passing the state, and now this is also fine. Now we have one more agent. The agent name is going to be code, guys. So code node. Okay, and here also I'm passing the state, and this is also fine. Understood? Now what I will do, guys, I'm going to be define my graph, right? How we can do that? So here I'm going to write graph is equal to state graph. Okay, now to this state graph I'll be passing the state. So state would be there, and then, guys, what I will do, I am going to be connect node and edges to this particular graph. So I can write over here graph, okay, dot add edges, add underscore uh edge, and here I would be having one edge. Then I would be having another edges. See, another edges is not required because we are going to use the command module, right? Sorry, command function, and those command function automatically will take care everything. So only one edge will be required, right? So I will mentioning the name. What will be the first edge? So, okay, let me write over here. The first edge will be a supervisor edge only. So here let me write the supervisor, super visor, right? So this is going to be my first edge. Understood? Now, guys, let me do one thing. Let me keep this edge apart from here. Okay, let me keep inside the new cell, and here let me execute this state first, whether it is working fine or not. So see, this state is working fine. Now what I will do, so on top of this stage, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the node. So I have this three node, right? So graph would be there, graph dot add underscore node. Okay, so my first node is going to be supervisor node, super visor. Now to this, what will be my supervisor node? I already define a function. So here is my function, guys. Let me take the function over here. I'm taking a function, I'm keeping it over here, this one. This is my first node. Now I will be having second node. Let me define my second node. That is going to be research node. Okay, so I can take this both node. So here is my second node, and then here is my third node, guys, right? I hope this is clear. Let me execute it. Okay, here I would be having graph. Let me write graph, graph, and what I can do, guys, I can mention the graph over here as well. Okay, now this is also fine, this is also fine. Now I can define my edges, and this is also perfect. Now if I want to visualize the code, so how it will look like, see, it will look like this only. So here I required what? Okay, first of all, I have to compile this graph. So here I'm going to write app is equal to graph dot compile. Right. So let me compile this graph. This is perfect. Now here, instead of this graph, I would be having app. Okay. Now let's visualize the code. Let's visualize the graph, how it looks like. It will show you, but it will not coming perfectly because as of now I haven't written a functionality over here now, and I haven't mentioned about the command and all. That's why. Okay. So see, it is generating, it is giving me error. HTTP connection is not there. No worries, guys. So let's do one thing. Let's try to write a functionality over here inside the supervisor node, research node, and code node, and let's see how everything looks like. So first, I would be having this supervisor node. So let me keep the code of the supervisor node and let me explain you how it looks like. Okay. And then what we have another one which is called researcher node. So let me keep the code for the researcher node as well. So here is my researcher node, and then we have third node which is called code node. Okay, so let me keep the functionality for the code node as well. Now let me do one thing. First of all, let me show you how the graph looks like. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Okay, now here is graph. Now graph add node, add node, add node. Okay, add edges, graph compile. Here I have add. And now let's see guys, this is my complete end-to-end graph. Means first input will go to the supervisor agent, then it will delegate a task either to researcher or coder, or else it can end the process if the task does not belong to researcher or coder, right? So let's say whatever input is coming to the supervisor agent, it is related to the research, so it will pass the input to this research. Okay, it will say okay, perform the research and all, and then based on that it is generating output and it again passing to the supervisor agent. If anything is there with respect to the coder, again it will pass the cursor to the coder, otherwise it will end the process. Okay. Now let's say anything is related to the coder, so instead of passing it to the researcher, it won't pass to the researcher. Now it will directly come to the coder. Okay, it will say, it will ask to the coder, okay, can you generate the output of this code, or can you generate some sort of a code, or can you test some code? So based on that, again, the output will go back to the supervisor agent. If it is finding out, okay, it is a satisfied one, then it is giving to the, it is passing to this end node. End node means what? Output generation. That's it, guys. Now I hope everything is perfect. So here what we have to do, we have to understand this three function. So let's try to understand the meaning of all these three function. What does it mean, guys? Okay, guys. So here, let's start with the very first line. So we are passing a state, and what this function is going to return. This function is going to return either researcher, coder, or and, right? So, and it's going to be written either researcher or coder or and as a command. So this is the return type of this particular function of the supervisor node. Now, guys, we are passing a message. So here is my message. So this message, basically it's a combination of two things. First is a user message, and the second is the system message, the system prompt, which we have defined over here. Okay. Now let me show you how the message look like. So for that, I have I have segregated a I have segregated a code over here. So let's say this is my system message, role system, and content is system prompt. If I'm going to be executed, so how the system message look like? See, it looks like this only. Now here, guys, let's say this is my state. Okay. State means what? State means which is containing message, which is containing a user message in the form of list. So let's say user said hi, and here is my state. So from this state, what I will get this message only. So here is my hi, right? So what I'm doing to this system message, I'm going to be append the state message, means my user message, means this one. So how the final message will look like? So this is, see, this is the final message. The role system, here is a system message, and then you can see after that this user message is coming, right? So this is my message, complete message. Now this particular message I'll be passing to my grok model with structure output. So guys, if you have seen my previous video how to generate a structure output and all, then I think you must be familiar with this particular line. Okay. It is very much important concept. If you haven't seen so far, please go and check. So here I am writing grok model with structure output, and I'm passing my router. Now let's just look into the router, what we have inside the router, guys. See, inside the router we have this next. Okay. The type of this next either would be a research, coder, or finish, either of them, right? So here I have written this grok model with the structure output, means between those three word, it is going to be generate only one word. okay, based on this given message. So I will be getting a response. So from this response, actually, I will be taking a value of this next. Okay, this will be my go-to command. So here I am writing my print message just to identify where it is going. So here is my go-to message. Okay, see, I'm writing below is my go-to message. So if go-to is finished, so I will end this particular process, right? So to the go-to, I will initialize this end. Okay, and here is my command. So what will be my command? I will give the command. Okay, go to finish, okay, and update this message, this next message, okay, as a finish only, this one, right? This is the state, guys, is state. If you will look into the state now, see, here is a state. So what is a state? State is this one, means whatever message I'm passing forward, whatever message I'm passing forward, okay, user message or any sort of a message, that will be part of this particular key next. So here what I have written message now, it will not be a message over here, it will be a key. Okay, this next, this, it will be this next key. Okay, it will be looking like this only, this one, got it? And this will be the next, because I've defined the next over here. So guys, let's say instead of the finish it came something else. Let's say over here inside the go to I got the researcher. So what will happen? So if go to is equal to finish, no, go to is a researcher, then what it will do, directly it will come to this particular line, means it is returning a command. So what will be the command? The command will be go to research. Okay, go to the researcher and update the state with the researcher. That's it. Understood, guys? Tell me yes or no. So likewise, we will be able to pass cursor from supervisor to either researcher or coder. It's very, see, it looks like complicated, but it is not. It's simple only. You have to be focused. You have to be think about it, right? Now my researcher agent. So in my researcher agent, what is happening? So let's say the state is coming from this particular state. So first of all, see, here is my react agent. To this react agent, what I'm passing this grok model, I'm passing my tool, and here is my prompt. Okay, now here whatever input I will be passing in the form of state, okay, it is providing me a result out of it. Now I am updating my command. So what will be my command? See, I'm updating my message. I'm saying what I'm saying, guys, over here. I'm updating my command. Okay, I'm updating my message. It will be this particular message which I'm getting from where? From where, guys? Tell me. From this particular result only. So from this particular result, I am going to be update. I am getting a message, and here is what? Here the name is researcher, right? And where I will go? I will go to the supervisor again, right? Means again I will pass the cursor to the supervisor only. So it just it's just a matter of this command only. That's it, right? Again I can explain you. Let's say state is came. So here is my React agent, because this researcher agent itself is a agent. So inside this one I have defined this React agent. It will take a grok model, it will take this tool, okay, and it is doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now whatever result it got, okay, now I'm updating a state over here. I'm updating a state from the result message -1, right? I'm getting my message over here. I'm getting my final message, and then here I'm updating my command, okay, with the researcher. This is the researcher, and where I have to go, I have to go to the supervisor. See where I'm going over here. I'm going to the supervisor again. From first I came to the researcher, then again I'm going to the supervisor. A supervisor will take the further decision. Similar to that, here we have a coder. So inside the coder also, inside this particular node also, we have defined this particular agent, because this coder is a separate agent. Here is my tool. Sorry, here is my model. Here is my tool. Okay. Now I'm going to be invoke my result, and here I am updating my state, right, with the latest message. Result message -1 means latest message. This one. Okay, and where I have to go back, I have to go back again to the supervisor agent. Now the supervisor agent will take a decision. So it's just a matter of this command module. Okay, just a matter of this command function. You just need to understand only single thing over here, that is command. And guys, there could be multiple scenario. In multiple cases you can use this particular concept. Okay, I'm just leaving to you how you are going to be utilize this particular concept, guys, right? Now everything is ready. Now what I have to do after creating this graph and all, see, I have created a graph. I just need to invoke that. So I kept a couple of functions, functionality, okay, inputs and all. So let me execute those over here. So here is my invoke method. So I'm writing my invoke. See, user is asking what is the square root of 42? A simple question. Okay, let's see how it's gonna work. So here I'm going to be execute, and it's saying to me that graph is not there. So let me write app because I changed the name, that is app. Okay, and don't forget to mention the subgraph, right? Okay, it's saying tablet tool is not defined. Maybe I have missed something, so let me check it out again whether I have defined the tablet tool or not. So tablet tool is there. This is there. Yeah, it is working fine. REPL is there. REPL tool is also there. This is also working fine. Members are there. Searcher coder. Okay, this is there. This is perfect. Supervisor is perfect. And let me check out with the name whether it is correct or not. This tablet tool. So here is the name. Maybe the spelling might not be wrong. Yeah, see guys, the spelling is not correct now. That's why it is giving me an issue. So I have to keep the correct spelling over here. And this happens whenever we write a code in our live classes and all. I written a wrong spelling. So this is my researcher agent. This is my code agent. This is my graph. This is done, 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 done. And now let's call to it. So see guys, where it is going. It is going to the researcher agent. Okay. Supervisor to the researcher. Next is the researcher. Now see, researcher, researcher. Okay, here again it is going to the researcher. Again and again, back and forth is happening. Back and forth, right? And maybe finally you will be able to get an answer. What is saying? Fail to call function. Please adjust your prompt. See failed generation for more detailed type. Invalid request generator. What is the issue here? Let me check it out, guys. Okay, it is giving me answer even though the square root of the 42 is 604807. Prompt wise, I think it is clear enough. Maybe don't know where it is failing. But yeah, guys, here you can see the answer. It is giving me a correct answer after some back and forth and all. Okay. So first it is researching over the internet and all, means the question is coming to the supervisor. It is passing it to the uh, this one researcher only. It is doing a research, and based on that it is generating an answer, right? Now let's do one thing. Let's try to call the different question and let's see what is happening. So instead of this streaming, let me call this invoke method. Okay. So here what I'm doing, I'm just going to be call this invoke. Let's see what I'll be getting. So I'm going to call the invoke with the same question. So see research, it is going to the researcher. Again, it's going to the researcher. Okay. That here again, Python coding is not required. Now that's why it is not going to the coding and all. So again, it's going to the researcher. And let's look at the final output. What will be the final output? So, okay. I kept one more question. I will see with that particular question how it is moving to from one cursor to the next cursor. See guys, it is working fine. I think nothing is there, no issues. So human message, the square root of this one is fine. And it is solving this thing using the researcher agent only. And finally, it is going to be end the process. Who is going to be end the process? My supervisor agent is going to be end the process. So if you want the final answer, so from where you will be getting the final answer, from the supervisor only, you will be getting the final answer. Here I kept one more question. Let me show you with that particular question. So see guys, this is the question. What is the efficient Python code to generate prime number? Okay. So first, maybe it will search over the internet with respect to the efficient code. It will do some research. It will execute using the coder. Then again, it will check. Some back and forth will be there. Let's see what kind of back and forth is going on over here. So I'm going to be execute. And here it is saying graph is not there because my application name is app. Let me execute and see. Okay, so it is going to the coder directly first. Maybe supervisor agent is giving something over there, and because of that, uh, okay. So here is the algorithm for the generating. It haven't okay. First coder. What is the definition prime number? Human message to a prime number of Python. Maybe the LLM is generating that particular answer, and based on that, again it is going to the supervisor, and here it is a final answer. See guys, code is also involved. Maybe it is running some code and all as well. Okay, because if you will look into the coder now, what I mentioned, so inside the coder basically, uh I mentioned this grok model as well as this tool. Okay, so and I'm going to create a React agent. So first it will generate an answer maybe from the Grok model, then it will pass to the tool. Okay, then again back and forth. See, maybe first generating the out this theory and all using the Grok, then again it is passing to the supervisor, and based on that it is going to be execute the code and all. It is checking, right? So likewise, the cursor is moving from one agent to the another agent. This is just the example, guys. Which I shown you over here. Uh, see, yeah, I think it is correct because correct, guys. So you can look into the different other examples also, right? You can call it, you can check how it is working, how the flow is happening from here and there, right? If I'm going to be executed again, maybe you will find out that okay, it is doing a research from the researcher agent, right? So you can make your code more robust, more reliable, just to add few more routers and all, right? So this is just a flow of the supervisor agent. I hope you liked it. Now on top of it, we are going to create a very good project. In the next video, I will show you that. Until guys, practice with this particular code, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you liked it. You liked this video, and I would suggest you please try to utilize this particular graph, okay, this particular architecture, and try to implement everything from your end with the different use cases, or maybe you can utilize this particular use case in your POCs or in your MVPs. Got it? So yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Take care. I'll meet you in the next video. Until, take care.